I don't know what I was listening to earlier, but it made me have a headache. I'm pretty sure that I went through Get my tongue right in my face. I've been up for a minute. I think I've been up for 24 hours. Every Friday I stay up for 24 hours. I don't know what the problem is. Go to bed. Going to bed. Go to bed. Now. Oh, that's now. In a minute. I will. I was listening to, no thanks. I think I have a migraine. So I was listening. And I was listening. And I was listening. And I was listening and listening and listening. Was that a real phone call? Was I delusional? I might have been delusional. I'll take delusional. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so yeah, I went to a medium, Long Island medium, and I'm a crybaby. I'm still like, whoop, because I've been like, because I bought this ticket like 3 weeks ago, and I just been like thinking of all the dead people in my life, because there's plenty. Because I've had plenty of death in my life. And I was like, one of these dead people need to come to the moment. The one person I wasn't expecting to come to the moment was my daughter's best friend. Did somebody die of a needle? Did somebody die of a very young age, unexpectedly, and was moved? Yep. And I like she was like standing cattywampus. But we don't, okay, just so you know clearly, if you've never been to one of these before, you don't write anything down, you don't talk to, like, they tell you, don't talk to anybody, don't say nothing to nobody while you're there, whatever. And I just sat there. I was by myself. My daughter would have never believed this. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, okay. So she comes off the stage, does her spiel, comes off the stage. She's doing her thing. She's like walking around. She's like walking around. About 4 people get like their little reading. And then she says, unexpected death, by needle, moved by automobile. And I raised my hand because that happened to me, my daughter. Somebody moved and injected my daughter's best friend of 20 plus years. And she goes, and it has to, and she goes, and it's somebody that was not of legal age, like under 18, she was under 18. And I just like lost it. And she saw me crying and she's like, is that you? And I was like, yeah. She hands me the microphone and I'm like, what? And no, you can't record any of this. So of course I'm like, she goes, was she killed at the hands of somebody else? Yes. Obviously. She goes, is it a girl? Yes. Is she under the age of 18? Yes. Did it happen 10 or more years ago? Yes. Is it directly affiliated with you? No. Who's it affiliated with? My daughter's best friend. Did you raise this kid as your own? Yes. Did she live in your house all the time? Yes. Did her name start with A? I lost my mind. Because I haven't thought about this person in a very long time. I'm going to cry again. And I said, yes. And she goes, is your case unsolved? I said, yes. And then she spelled out her name. And now I'm shaking. I'm like, I'm going to cry because I was shaking. So I'm like, okay. And she goes, is anybody here with you? Is it your daughter? And I said, yes. Is she here? No. So she goes on and And she says, does she feel guilt? Yes, my daughter does feel guilt about what happened to her best friend. So she's sitting there, and she's standing near me now because we've made eye contact. I'm crying like a baby, like this. And she goes, since she's not your daughter, she's your best friend, your daughter's best friend, is her mother seeking justice? Yes. Is the person that did this ever been arrested before? No. Do they have any leads? I said, no. And she goes, she asked to call my daughter. She's not supposed to use a phone. And my daughter answered the phone, from my phone, and proceeded to tell her on a speaker in front of everybody that her friend, and she spelled her name out, was sorry for having this guilt of not being there when this happened. And I'm crying, and my daughter's going, what is happening? Mom. And she goes, this is Theresa Caputo. And my daughter lost her head. She pushed video record. So my daughter probably has it on video. And now they're talking like this because she's not here with me. And she proceeds to tell her that this person, my daughter's best friend, tells her name. She doesn't know me from nobody. And she's like, is this a joke? And she goes, no, it's not a joke. This person is coming forward through your mom to tell you it's okay. It's not your fault. And I was bawling. And the lady next to me was like, it's going to be okay, sweetie. She's like tapping me. And I'm crying because, I'm a pussy. And I'm a wimp. And I'm a whiner. And she goes, and your mom, she goes, and your friend appreciates your mom during this time because she was there. And then out of the blue, she goes, to make it clear, because I haven't said anything to nobody. And I haven't even thought about this person in 10 years. And she goes, is her birthday July 5th? Or 7/5? Either the 7th month or the 5th day or May 5th or the 7th day or the number 75. And my daughter started crying. And then she goes, what's the affiliation with stars? And my daughter goes, that's my middle name. Which it is. It's my daughter's middle name is Star with 2 R's. And she goes, is that what she called you? Is that what your friend called you? And she goes, yes. Did you call her 4th of July? And we called her 4th because she was born on the 5th. And we called her 5th. And she goes, she's bringing you roses to relieve you of the guilt that you feel. And it's not our fault. She did die in the hands of somebody else. And she was moved into her car from a location to another location. And was it close to the house? She had no idea. And we both said yes. And she goes, please give her mom white roses and tell her that she loves her. So she like, and she goes, I'm not done. And I looked at her and she's like, is your dad dead? And I said, yes. Did he live here in Vegas? And I said, yes. Did he have another family? And I said, yes. Did he leave you out? Meaning me. And I said, yes. Do you feel hate or anguish from it? I said, no. Do you wish your family that lives here would call you and talk to you. Yes. And I'm a full-blown mess. Because not the people that I wanted to hear from or know from. And he wants to say he's sorry. He's bringing you pink roses. He wants you to forgive him for leaving you out and not being closer to you. Do you forgive him? And I said yes. And he goes, he's sorry. And I just lost it. I had to leave because I was a mess. And I'm going to be a mess because I'm going to talk to you guys that I wasn't thinking anything about my daughter's best friend or my dad. I was thinking of other people. And they go, once you think these people are going to show up and these people show up instead because you have an unsettling, endless, non-resting moment. And I said, yeah, that's true. And she goes, we'll fix it. They're going to fix it. And she hung up with my daughter and she goes, she's giving you white roses. It's not your fault. You are forever, ever her best friend. My daughter's bawling. Then she'd called me right after and she's like, what the hell was that? And I told her and she's like, oh my God. And she starts, because she was looking at her, but she's like, how do I know this lady? But it was a really good show. I wasn't expecting it. She read about 40 people, but I was like the fifth one and I was bawling. The lady next to me is like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And the lady next to me, she was like, it's going to be okay. And I was only there by myself and it was not the person that I wanted to hear from, but that's fine. But anyway, I'm going to go eat my food and I'm going to go to bed. It's shit to 1 o'clock, 12:45. And I'm going to go to bed after I wash my face. Talk to you guys later. Bye.